going to do the rope trick, which goes down to the notch and then comes around and up. These guys climb from the bottom up.
So tell us a little bit about this
The picture of you
climb
guys.
or the picture and the story of who's noted as being on, who
Okay,
signed it and all.
the climb was generally assessed as the first multi-day big wall climb that was done successfully, and they took 5 days and 5 nights on the Lost Arrow. And when they got to the top, they could rappel down to the notch where the Lost Arrow separates from the main cliff. And then they had to climb up and out of away from the rocks. But both of them said it was a very difficult climb. John Salathe was noted as a iron maker, I guess you'd call him,
Blacksmith.
in the Bay Area. And he made his own Tetons.
Pitons.
Pitons,
Pitons, yeah. Yeah.
Yes. And if anybody ever says, I have one of the original John Salathe pitons, it's worth thousands of dollars.
Wow.
And I don't have any. I used to. I let them get away from me. And Axe Nelson did a lot of pretty spectacular climbs, and he and John were great friends, although they were very different personalities.
Yeah.
And
And you said you and Salathe climbed Castle Rock?
Castle
First-
Rock Spire,
first
which
ascent.
is a prominent spire on the mountains that are across the Kaweah River Gorge.
Yeah.
So you go out on Morrill Rock, which is a popular tourist walk.
Yeah.
Morrill Rock looks across this great chasm to the Castle Rock Spire.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
stands out like
Yeah.
that. And I met John on a hiking trail, and we talked about it. He was pissed because he hadn't been included in the first descent.
Oh.
And I said, well, let's do a second descent. And so we did. We had a little party of other climbers who assisted us in getting there, but just the two of us went to the top.
How many days did it take you?
Well, I think it was actually only a 1-day climb.
Uh-huh. So you didn't spend the night up there.
Not as I remember it. But it's a spectacular rock.
So I just want to look at the signatures on this. So you say that Ansel Adams took this picture?
Yes.
How do you know that? I mean,
Well-
what's the story behind?
Well, partly because this print is widely circulated among Ansel Adams. And it would be unlikely that anybody else would get these two climbers in that position.
And what does it say? It says something the last.
The last error, instead of the last
Lost
arrow, is really the name. And then Axe came up with this German name, Pfeilsteigerin, which means arrow climber.
And then it's signed by, even though it was an Ansel Adams photograph, it's signed by,
The two climbers.
wow.
John Salathe and Anton Nelson.
And they gave us the picture on the day of our wedding,
Right.
71 years ago.
No kidding. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's pretty fun.
Well, that's a great story. Thanks for sharing that.